Developers are drowning in AI subscriptions. You probably have 3 tabs open right now trying to figure out which tool actually saves you time. The baselines are clear. Cursor uses a custom model fine-tuned specifically for tab completion to predict your next several lines of code, while GitHub Copilot relies on its massive integration with the GitHub ecosystem. But a disruptor just hit 30 million users by claiming it can give you the best of both worlds. For exactly $10 a month. It's called Blackbox AI. This matrix breaks down the big three. Notice the highlighted row under Blackbox. For half the price of Cursor Pro, they claim to give you access to over 300 different AI models under a single subscription. Having 300 models at your fingertips sounds impressive, but we have to figure out if that actually multiplies your output, or if it's simply a bloated wrapper that creates decision fatigue in your daily workflow. We are going to bypass the marketing copy, break down the actual credit economy, and map this tool to specific developer profiles. Picking the wrong AI tool costs you more than $10. It fragments your context, breaks your flow state, and costs you hours of lost momentum. Blackbox's main technical differentiator is what they call the Chairman multi-agent workflow. Instead of querying one model, you submit a coding task, and Blackbox dispatches it to multiple frontier models simultaneously, like Claude, GPT, and Gemini. This flowchart illustrates the architecture. From your single prompt, 3 processing branches split off, working in parallel on separate Git branches. Then they converge. A supervising chairman evaluates the outputs and automatically selects the single best code block. That sounds great until you look at the economics. The $10 Pro plan gives you a $30 pool of premium credits. Running this multi-agent workflow consumes those credits exponentially faster than standard chat. You are trading predictable billing for maximum code quality. If you rely heavily on the Chairman workflow, you will burn through your monthly allocation long before the month is over. Let's talk about a specific developer nightmare: being dropped into a massive, undocumented legacy codebase where the original authors left 3 years ago. Blackbox attacks this specific problem with its semantic code search. Watch this visualization of unstructured data. You connect Blackbox directly to your messy repositories and query the architecture using natural language. You ask, how does this app handle rate limiting? And it surfaces the middleware, the Redis cache, and the undocumented custom decorators. Normal IDE string searches completely miss that intent-based logic, but deep indexing requires deep access. You have to grant the platform broad permissions to read your entire repository structure. And if you try to run these heavy semantic searches on the free tier, you will hit severe rate limits almost immediately. This is a high-stakes trade-off. It is a highly effective tool for untangling old infrastructure, but you are handing over total codebase access to a platform that does not let you opt out of model training unless you pay for an enterprise plan. For front-end developers, the biggest bottleneck is usually translating static UI mockups into functional code. Blackbox handles this through Vision OCR. You can drop Figma exports, wireframes, or even screenshots from video tutorials directly into the interface. It analyzes the visual data and instantly generates functional React, Tailwind, or HTML components. The AI nails the UI structure, but it frequently lacks deep logic understanding. You will still have to manually wire up the functional backend to make those buttons actually do something. Looking at this workflow split, Blackbox doesn't confine you to one editor. You can review and approve a pull request from your smartphone while running CLI commands on your desktop terminal. The friction here is fragmentation. A specific AI model you rely on in the CLI might not be available when you open the mobile app. Blackbox allows you to switch from Figma designs to mobile PR reviews, but you lose the consistent context of a tool that keeps every interaction inside a single custom-built editor. Because Cursor's tab completion is driven by a specialized model fine-tuned for code prediction, it remains the better choice for the actual active typing. Blackbox is more of an extraction tool. This scorecard matrix maps developer profiles against the big three. If you're a prototyper relying on image to code, or a maintainer needing semantic search, Blackbox is your immediate choice. Conversely, enterprise teams must avoid Blackbox. The lack of model training opt-outs makes it a strict compliance risk. Absolute beginners, or anyone who hates managing a complex credit economy, will find the Chairman architecture too steep to learn. You should stick with the predictable safety of Copilot. Blackbox AI is not a seamless replacement for your primary IDE.
But for $10 a month, it is the most powerful secondary extraction and prototyping tool on the market today.